All that.
How's your George Bush tea?
My George Bush tea is very good.
Mm-hmm. Everyone who doesn't know, we were at the gas station getting drinks, and Jaron walks up with this tea, and I just catch it out of the corner. I'm like, they got a George Bush tea? It's not George Bush at all.
It's an Arnold Palmer.
It's an Arnold Palmer.
It's Arnold Palmer.
Yeah. Not George Bush tea at all.
I'm not even the white one.
I'm not white either. I'm a Heinz 57. Yeah.
Rob,
what are we talking about today?
We are back for the final week of Legends in My Own Mind with the one, the only, the grumpy grandpa, Central Illinois Wrestling,
George Bush,
the chainsaw, the buzzsaw, the Wolfman,
the Wolfman,
Rip effing Mystic,
George Bush.
George Bush.
George Bush. I got told Jared we should do this every week. This is fun. That is fun. Just keep adding people.
Just keep adding. We'll just do a whole. Well,
Pretty soon, 10 pizzas are walking in the door.
We can start a podcast.
Yes.
I've only got 2 other podcasts, so I should probably have a third.
I've always wanted to do one, but I wouldn't know what to talk about. I need somebody there to guide me and be like, Rob, stop.
No, just wind you up and let you go.
Yeah.
I want to do the Rip Mystic podcast. I'm just going to hand you a topic, just let you go.
And you should make it one that I don't understand at all. Like, hand me a card that says quantum physics.
No, I want you one. I want them to be topics that you only understand a little bit.
Like quantum physics.
Like quantum physics.
So you got these quantums, and they're physical, and you shoot them through a light beam, and there's a split, and they hit the paper at different points, but they never hit where they're supposed to, and then it quantifies. That's quantum physics.
Solved.
Done.
Quantum physics.
Send me my
solved.
Send me my. What's an award you get for quantum physics?
Quantum physics award. Do you get an award for quantum physics?
Maybe it's a Pulitzer. That's for writing, isn't it?
For science, I mean, I guess you could get the Nobel Prize for science.
School.
Where
were we?
Well, we weren't anywhere. But this week we are bringing it back to our fandom, man. We've spent the last 3 weeks immersed in your career and just coming from very behind the curtain place for all of our wrestling stuff. And this week I want to get back in front of the curtain. I want to bring it back to being a fan a little bit, just so that we can get a full picture of who you are in wrestling.
Okay.
So this week you are going to give me your dream Survivor Series team.
Okay. Now, am I picking up with doing the whole team or just the match? The match.
No, you're doing the whole team.
Whole team.
Whole team.
4 guys.
4 guys.
Okay. My perfect Survivor.
Your perfect Survivor Series.
And we're
team.
gonna do WWE guys. Whoever. Well, let me do an indie guy, like guys that we know, and then I'll do the WWE guys first.
Okay.
Taker's got to be on there for sure,
Taker's
just because he's Taker. But
what's your memories of Taker?
Oh my god!
Which Taker? There's been so many Takers. Which Taker?
They're all awesome, but I actually want WrestleMania 25 Taker and Michaels.
Oh, okay.
Team, actually, because I really believe that's when they were both at their best. Do I got the number right?
WrestleMania 25.
That was their match.
Oh yeah, that was their first match. Yes,
match,
okay,
yeah. Or their second. Either one.
Yep.
Either one. I'd never. Gosh, I could talk about that match for hours. But like the cool thing about that. The coolest thing about that match was both those guys were in a career where you've watched them their entire career almost, or a huge hunk, and you've seen where they've gotten it. No 2 people could have walked into that match, the first or the second, with that cool of a story. It'll never happen again. But anyway,
that was like that match was like the main event of WWE.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like everything we've seen, all the way from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 25, arguably 26. That was like the main event of WWE.
I still can't decide which match I like better. I think I like the first match better, but I think I like the second storyline better.
Yeah.
Because the story in the second match was just better.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but those two at that time for sure on the team, and then Brett has to be on there as well, just because it's Brett and he's awesome. And
what?
Probably, I mean, any era Brett would be great.
Not WCW Brett.
No, not WCW Brett. I don't want WCW Brett. I don't want WCW anybody. First of all, no offense.
So so tell us about. So I know, or I think I know, Bret Hart favorite wrestler for you.
Top 3 probably.
Top 3. Okay.
As far as like mimicking style and execution, probably first.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, his stuff just looked good all the time in an era where that wasn't always true.
Right.
You know, I mean, you had a lot of your bigger guys that were kind of fluffy, and some of them were stiff, but they had stuff that looked fluffy. You know, Brett was just on in everything he did. His punches looked good. His kicks looked good. His moves were well executed. His bumps, he never really hurt anybody. You know, I mean, he was just a guy you could look up to all around and enjoy his matches.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could make the argument, I think, maybe in his main event stuff, the last couple of years, he may have been a little repetitive.
Yeah.
But again, you know, I forgive stuff like that, especially in this kind of business.
Right.
Because, you know, those guys are constantly doing stuff at house shows where they're refining their craft, refining their matches. They're only going to bring the best stuff to TV.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not going to see that cool thing that Brett was working on or been working on unless you go to the house shows. It's not true with anybody else. But so Brett's number 3. And
do you remember when he hooked you? What hooked you about Brett? Do you remember when you were like, oh, Bret Hart, oh, that guy, all in?
I loved his first run as champion and his maybe even his second one just as much, because he would beat tons of guys with his sharpshooter, but he beat tons of guys without it.
Yeah.
And I love that about him. He was really good about making a guy look great even when he got beat. It's like, Brett beat him, but Brett almost got his butt kicked that time. It
was funny that he kind of got so repetitive towards the end, because he really did build his legacy on being the first guy that consistently threw a left when you were expecting a right.
Yeah. I mean, as much as you want to go see the Hogan leg drop, you
Right.
know you're going to see the Hogan leg drop.
Right.
And maybe Brett didn't have as cool of a finish, but he would, like you said, he would throw you a swerve that you weren't expecting, which made that just as cool.
Yeah.
You know, and what I like about that is when you don't have the counter, then the finisher, then the 1, 2, 3, you have so many other areas in the story where you can go. You know, what happened to the heel that gets beat clean and decisively, but loses his mind afterwards and wants a rematch and just has to have the rematch, and then gets beat again and then loses it and snaps and beats the guy up in the parking lot or you know, whatever.
Yep.
But you see, I mean, the simple stuff works. There's so much of that out there that you know, the WWE could literally just recycle their programming for the past 30 years and no one would notice.
Right.
They could literally just do it with different people.
Yep.
And nobody from 30 years ago is going to remember.
Yeah.
You know, this stuff works. The formula works. Why deviate?
Absolutely.
So anyway, so Brett for sure, and then number 4 is the hard one because there's so many guys. It's still just as hard as the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
But if I'm just talking perfect Survivor Series team, I want to throw a wild card in there.
Okay.
I don't want to pick a Rock or an Austin or a, you know, I want to throw, gosh, who was someone I really, really enjoyed watching but just never got. Oh, perfect. William Regal. William Regal from
He's a man. He's a man.
No, after
no.
that for sure. What year was it where he had the awesome match with Benoit that got him rehired, and then he did flounder for a little bit?
Ooh, was that at the?
But what year was it when he was working with Jericho and all them guys and really getting his? He was beating up Trish Stratus and stuff, and
Yeah, when was that? That would have been 02?
Yeah.
02, 03?
So maybe that era. He was a real dick, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he would just nail. I mean, for no reason. It was just like, okay.
Yeah.
So why not?
Like, that was his gimmick. He didn't have. He wasn't a character. He wasn't. You know, that was. I always thought that was interesting. Like, he just showed up. He wasn't even doing like. I mean, he was kind of because he was British or whatever. You know, they had him kind of like. He wasn't doing the blue blood thing that he had been doing.
Yeah.
Right? But he'd show up, and he had a little bit of that, like, attitude about him, but he was just William Regal.
Yeah, you can walk around, and that's something else wrestling's always slow to realize. You can walk around and think you're better than everybody else and not wear stupid clothes.
Yeah.
You know, I never, gosh, we're just not. But good Lord. But yeah, I would definitely put Regal on there. I've always liked him, and he comes from that, you know, that Smash Mouth style.
Yeah. And fifth, an alternate, in case one of your guys goes down.
Okay, if one of the guys,
what's your alternate? Who's your alternate?
Okay, well then, if you don't give at least one nod to Austin or Rock, then you're an idiot. I mean, come on, them guys, Lord Almighty. But I feel they're in a different match anyway.
Okay.
To be honest with you, and on a Survivor Series, they'll be in a different match. They got a main event coming up. So if I can pick, we'll put them on the side.
Okay.
Steve and Rock, but
we all know they're great. We all know everybody loves them.
And I want to throw another curveball, something no one would expect, but I'm so open about all the guys I used to like and all the things I used to.
I like the way you say you're open about it, as if like. I don't want people to know I liked Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You like Hacksaw? What? No, I love me some Hacksaw. I'm trying, but it's only one more spot. Who do you pick? You know, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's
it's
why.
the alternate.
That's why Vince is ruthless, dude.
I guess, man.
Vince is ruthless, man.
Yeah.
So if gun to my head, got to get one more guy. And that's not gonna be. Can I pick Owen?
Sure.
Okay.
Pick whoever you want. Why wouldn't you pick Owen?
For sure, Owen.
Whoever you want.
Well, you know.
This is your fantasy team, Rob.
That is true.
We're not going to start calling people and trying to. We can't have Owen. We'd have to go dig him up.
Then I want Owen, but I want him the first year he wrestled without the mask, because that's when he was still fully limber, still did all his flipping around, hadn't had any injuries yet. Because he had a pretty bad. Was it a knee injury?
Yes.
Somewhere in between the first Blue Blazer run and his after his failed tag team run with Anvil, he had some kind of knee thing. I
think so.
It was probably them MC Hammer pants they made him wear.
So you liked the high energy Owen? That's.
I can't tell which I hated worse, him and Anvil or him and Coco Beware. Gosh. Dude, if I could be that's what I'd really like to do. We need a podcast. We need to get people from that era to explain to us what the hell. They got suspenders and their pants are up to their nipples.
They thought that was cool at the time. It's the 90s, bro.
It was cool, all right.
It was the 90s. They were awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. High energy, buddy. Techno Team 2000.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
What a great place to end on.
On Techno Team 2000. Hey, man. Once again. They made more money than I did.
Man. Rob, I can't tell you what a blast it's been.
No, this was awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
I love this. This is a good idea.
I can't thank you enough for letting me come in and doing this with me. I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for me and my career, and just helping make me the wrestler, helping make me the person that I am today. It's been a hell of a long ride, hell of a fun ride.
Well, like I said at the beginning, any credit I get, I got to share the blame too. But, dude, I couldn't have done, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. Yeah. You especially. I mean, good Lord, dude. When you're the grandpa and you're old, you got to run the stuff by the son who's running everything. Hey, Jaron, what do you think about this? Yeah. Which side do we get up on again?
The right side.
I can't remember.
Always get up to the right.
Which side spin? I want someone look that up out there. I'm done doing the research. Was it originally left and it changed? I swear I used to get up on the left side. Maybe I'm just scrambling my brains too much.
Maybe so.
Someone answer that. Do you do
in
comments?
The comments below? Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Somebody comment.
In the comments below, do you get up to the left or the right?
Post link proof. Don't just troll. Don't just troll. I want a link and I want some proof.
Oh. Rob, it's your last chance. What would you like? What do you want to end? What do you want to end on?
That's not a middle finger?
It could be a middle finger if that's what you got.
This has gone too well to do the middle finger.
Oh, okay, all right.
What do I want to end on?
Yeah, final thoughts from Rip F and Mystic.
Again, thank you for giving me the opportunity, and anybody who's watching, thanks for taking the interest to watch. It made me remember how much I not only loved wrestling, but still love it. I can't wait for this COVID crap to be over so I can come see a live show, and who knows, maybe even be a part of one someday.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'll even bring Chris so we can eat some nachos.
Hell yeah.
But no, thanks, Garen. This is awesome.
Man.
And
thank you.
Stay as long as you want after the cameras are off.
All right, we'll hang out
we can continue to complain and
whine
about.
Then we can get into our real controversial thoughts and say what we think.
Yeah.
The stuff that's not fit for prime time.
Or for the government to hear.
But I'm going to wrap it up on that. Guys, thank you for following. We'll be back next week with an all-new legend. I'm excited. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But we'll be back next week. So make sure you tune in for a new legend. But until then, guys, I know you guys all feel the same. If you didn't before, I don't know how you can dispute it now. But Rob, you are really and truly a legend in my own mind.
Thanks, Jared.